Okay, good morning. We're Breathitt County High School Engineering Department as well as the Breathitt County ATC. And we're here today to present to you our tiny house project that was started back around September. We're getting close to the finishing stages, and I got some guys here from the ATC, Gene Booth and Kelly Clyburn. They've kind of spearheaded this so far. My job is just really getting cranked up because of the cabinetry and the finish work that is going to go on the inside. But they've handled most of the plumbing, electrical, the construction parts of it, and they've done a great job. They can attest to that. They've worked in coveralls and through snow and wind and rain, and it's just been an unbelievable year weather-wise, and to deal with the elements that they've had to do to get to this point. So I'll let these guys kind of tell you where they're at and kind of the road forward, and hopefully we'll have questions and answers here at the end. And we've also got some students here that can chime in and enjoy.
Hello, I'm Gene Booth. This is, well, of course, we're so thankful to have the grant, the $15,000 grant. It's been a wonderful experience, and for our kids, they've learned so much over the past several months. Of course, we started just like everybody else with a trailer frame, and that we bought off Eagle American Trailer. And so we started with the framing and the insulation of the trailer. Then we actually built all of our walls and our rafters inside. And then we finally got it up. Here's us doing the floor, insulating the floor. And then putting the subfloor down inside. We did all the framing for the walls inside the shop so that we in a controlled environment. Here's us standing the walls and putting up the sheeting. Of course, we had to work outside, so we had to wrap the kids. They became really good and efficient at putting the wrap on every day, so through the winter. Here we have some kids. They're up there. They've got the ridge beam installed, and they've put the rafters in. We went with the open ceiling, so we done the electrical wiring through the rafters. This is after all the rafters are up, and then you have Nick over here. He's putting up we used a tongue and groove for the roof, and it actually has beadboard on the inside, so it looks really nice on the inside. So, and then here we have, they've completed putting the metal on. So there's 2-inch rigid insulation underneath the metal. So, and then we had some really good people that donated and gave us some great prices on the materials. One would be M&S Lumber, and we really appreciate them. They gave us some great deals on the D-log siding that you see the students sanding. Just some more pictures of the kids working outside, sanding the D-log. Here they are, they're putting the siding up. Kelly, Mr. Clyburn here, he did all the electrical work, and so maybe he could talk to you guys for a minute about the electrical work and what all that took to be accomplished.
Thank you, Gene. What you're seeing here, we've got Scott, Jimmy, Nick. They're roughing in the wire through the studs, and you know, when you get into a small space like this, it gets extremely hard. We wrestled with this bathtub. You know, you've got to put it in place and build walls around it, and then it's got to be scooted back and forward, and these kids would get behind it, drill the holes in the walls, run their wire through, ran the plumbing through, Just some difficult positions to get into. Here you can see him running our impact driver with the 1-inch spade bit. Outside unit for the air conditioner. You know, if we didn't go through the floor, we had to go under it. So you can see these guys, they're forcing seal tight, which is a weatherproof conduit to run our wires through that goes down under the trailer. And they would lay on the ground, freezing cold outside, and they strap their conduit up. And a little fun fact, does anybody want to take a wild guess at how many feet of wires in this little bitty tiny house? Throw me a number, somebody. 5,000? Not quite that much. Believe it or not, there's probably about 600 feet of wire in this house altogether. You wouldn't think it. Here they've installed switches, 3-gang outlet box. They've got their 3-way switch, 2 single poles. There's our ventilation for the bathroom that they installed. We put a 200 amp service in it originally. We were going to do the instant water heater, which is really, really efficient. And we're absolutely blessed to get this grant, but $15,000 only goes so far, so we went back with a conventional water heater. So whoever gets it ends up with it. They've got plenty of breaker space to expand. You can see we used the recessed can lights. They're all LED. Mr. Booth created these little light boxes, which basically, you know, just boxed it in. I think they look really great. You can see it here lit up, and our sawhorses there. Some more pictures. There's some of our plumbing work. Mr. Booth and his guys really worked on that. And I don't know if you guys want to speak about this, but anyhow, you know, Murphy's Law, anything that can happen will, and man did it. Rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain, you name it, happened. Well, we even had a teacher strike or rally or whatever there for a day or two. So everything, I'm not against that, by the way, but anyhow, everything happened and, you know, kind of put us back. So we did have a lot of challenges. So, I mean, we are kind of blessed. It's a great compliment. We've got a guy that's already pretty much bought this thing, and that speaks wonders about Mr. Booth's designs and the work that his students did. When you sell it before it even comes to auction, right? So we've got a little more time to finish it and customize it the way our customer wants it.
Well, the most important part of the project is the students, and we're so blessed to have great students at Breathitt County. We've had so many kids, they've worked through their break time and through their lunch periods, and of course they probably made Miss McDaniels mad a few times skipping class to come work on it, but I just can't say enough about our students, and there's a lot more here from Breathitt County. So let's let a few of our guys speak. Braxton here.
My name's Braxton. I'm a junior at Breathitt County High School. This project was really good for me because I'm really interested in pursuing a career maybe in architectural engineering. So I was with Shorty a lot during the whole designing process, and where we are right now in the house, I'm still with him designing cabinets, designing the ladder, just designing. We built a pocket door. I don't know if it was pictured earlier, but it was a really good project for me to see what I would be doing and to see if this is really something I'm interested in and something that I want to spend my life doing. And I've had a very good time doing this. You know, there's not many people who can say they go to school and have really fun, you know, but this is something that I have a really good time doing, and I'd really be looking forward to doing it again.
Howdy, I'm Nick Adams. I'm a senior at Breathitt County ACT, and I help with about every bit besides wiring and plumbing. Oh. Oh. There's me and Cameron. Well, there's me sanding.
What did you do right?
There's me and a couple boys putting up 10. So,
What's really amazing is Nick can take, he'll make a portfolio of this, and he'll include it in a resume, and he can honestly say that he's helped construct a home.
I just want to say one thing. This guy here, he, maybe not the best speaker, but he's the MVP of the project. Yeah.
yeah, we was out here putting up, I think, the siding on the loft, and some guy approached Kelly wanting somebody to work for him. And Kelly, he picked me, and I got the job.
Hey, real quick, I want to let Jerry tell us a little bit about his aspect, his guys. They helped us with the budgeting and stuff. But before we forget, we want to thank Miss McDaniels, like Gene said, putting up with us. Mr. Mayab, we've had a lot of great support from our local faculty and staff and local businesses too. And we're very blessed.
My role was not really near as much as these guys. I just handled the money. We kept everything in Quicken, learned how check registers work and that type of thing. We set the bank account up and just made sure we stayed within budget and did some comparison shopping. So $15,000 seems like a lot, but it's not really once you get rolling. So these guys did an awesome job. I didn't freeze my butt off much. I took pictures. I put the stuff on Facebook, but they're the ones that got to experience the lovely cold weather and the rain. So.